Hey, before we start, let's make a deal. I'll be honest with you, completely, brutally honest, not to hurt you, but to help you get unstuck, because sometimes the most painful truths are the ones that finally get us moving. So if anything in this hits a nerve, good. That means it matters. And one day, maybe not today, but someday, you'll thank me for saying it straight. 1. You know you're not living at 100%, and it's eating you inside. Let's stop pretending. You know you're capable of more. You feel it every time you scroll past someone doing the thing you said you wanted to do. You feel it when you wake up tired, even though you slept enough. You feel it in that tiny, annoying voice in the back of your mind whispering, you were meant for something more. But instead of doing something about it, you distract yourself. You tell yourself, later. I'll start when I'm ready, when I have more time, when I feel more motivated. Let me tell you something that might sting. There's no later. There's just now. And whether you act or don't, and if you keep waiting for some magical moment to arrive, you're going to waste the one life you've been given. 2. You're lying to yourself, even if you don't realize it. We all do it. We say, I'm just too busy. I'm just tired today. I'll start Monday. It's not the right time. But if someone followed you around with a camera all week, would your excuses hold up? Would they see someone who's too busy, or someone who watched 7 hours of Netflix? Would they see someone who's tired, or someone who stayed up scrolling TikTok for 2 extra hours every night? Be honest. You don't have a time problem. You don't even have a discipline problem. What you have is a decision problem. You're choosing the path of least resistance over and over and calling it life. 3. You're addicted to comfort, and it's slowly destroying you. You want to be better, but not if it means being uncomfortable. You want change, but not if it means being judged, or sweating, or failing in front of people. But here's the thing. Growth only happens in discomfort. No one ever became strong, smart, fulfilled, respected, or confident by avoiding hard things. You're not stuck because life is unfair. You're stuck because you've built your life around what feels good right now, instead of what builds something later. That gym session you skip, that book you don't read, that risk you avoid, each one is a tiny vote against the person you could be. And over time, that adds up. 4. You don't need more motivation. You need to stop waiting to feel like it. If you're waiting to feel like changing, you're going to wait forever. Motivation is a mood. It's not a strategy. Real change starts when you take action, even when you don't feel ready. That's when you build self-respect. That's when you prove to yourself, I'm the kind of person who shows up, regardless. The best people you admire, the ones doing big things. They're not superhuman, they just stopped waiting for permission. So stop chasing motivation, start building momentum. 5. No one is coming to save you. This part hurts, but it's necessary. No one's coming. Not your parents, not your friends, not some future version of you with more confidence and better habits. It's just you. You have to be your own rescue plan, your own discipline, your own push, your own reason why. And I get it. That's heavy. It's unfair. It's a lot of pressure. But it's also the most liberating thing once you accept it. Because when you take full responsibility for your life, every choice, every habit, every win, every failure, you also take full control. And that's the first step toward becoming someone unshakable. 6. You say you want it, but your actions say otherwise. Let's get honest. You say you want to get in shape, make more money, build your dream career, get out of your hometown, stop being stuck in the same cycles. Cool, but what are you doing today to make that happen? Not someday, not when you're ready, today. Because if your actions don't line up with your goals, you don't have goals, you have wishes. And wishes don't change your life. Decisions do. Start acting like your future depends on today. Because it does. 7. You're surrounding yourself with people who keep you average hard. Truth, your circle might be holding you back. Not because they're bad people, but because they don't challenge you. They don't inspire you. They're comfortable staying stuck. If the people around you aren't growing, building, pushing themselves, you'll shrink to fit in. You need people who remind you who you could be. People who force you to level up. People who make you feel uncomfortable in the best way. Audit your circle, seriously, because your environment is shaping you, whether you notice it or not. 8. You're one decision away from a completely different life. Sometimes we overcomplicate it. We think change has to be massive, perfect, planned out. But often it starts with one decision: waking up when the alarm rings instead of snoozing, going to the gym even for 15 minutes, starting the project even if it's messy, saying no to one distraction, and yes to one thing that builds you. You don't have to do everything today, but you can do something. That one tiny win can build a ripple effect that changes everything. 9. Your standards are too low. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because you're doing too little that actually excites or challenges you. Your life isn't too hard, it's too empty of meaning. Raise your standards. Don't settle for fine. Don't settle for someday. Don't settle for a version of you that's constantly waiting. You deserve a life you're proud of. But that only happens when you demand more from yourself. No one's going to hand it to you. You have to raise your bar and meet it. 10. You've wasted time. So what? Stop dragging that guilt around. You've made mistakes. You've procrastinated. You've stayed stuck longer than you should have. Okay, join the club, but carrying that guilt around like a backpack full of bricks, that's just making it worse. Let go. Stop reliving the past and start creating the future. The only thing more useless than wasted time is wasting more time feeling bad about it. Draw the line today. Use your past as fuel, not a chain. The 11th version of you you're afraid to become. That's the real you. You know that version of you you think about sometimes. The one who's sharp, confident, focused. The one who walks into a room with purpose. The one who doesn't need validation. The one who's doing it. That version of you is real. You're not imagining it. You're remembering it. You just haven't been showing up as them consistently. But they're not far away. They're one bold decision away, one honest week, one focused season. Start building toward that version of you like they already exist, because they do. 12. This isn't me being harsh. This is me respecting you. You know what's actually disrespectful? Telling you, it's okay to stay stuck. You're doing fine. You've got time. Just rest forever. Number, you don't need more people telling you what you want to hear. You need someone to tell you what you need to hear, with love. This video, this message. It hurts because it's truthful, and truth will always sting before it sets you free. 13. You've been mistaking activity for progress. Let's talk about something sneaky: busyness. You might feel like you're doing a lot. Your days are full: messages, meetings, school, work, errands, scrolling, maybe even goals here and there. But stop and ask yourself, is all this actually moving me forward, or just keeping me occupied? Because being active isn't the same as being effective. You can run fast in circles and still get nowhere. You can check 30 boxes a day and still be stuck in the same place a year from now. Progress isn't about being busy, it's about being brutally clear on what matters, and executing that with focus. Sometimes doing less is what actually moves you forward. 14. 1 year of relentless focus can change your life forever. Here's something I want you to remember. Maybe even write down: most people live the same year 10 times and call it a life. But what if you gave yourself just 1 year of being locked in? 1 year of clear goals, real discipline, saying no to distractions, showing up even when you don't feel like it. Being honest with yourself every day. 1 year where you stop talking about your potential and finally tap into it. That year could change everything, not because you're special, but because very few people ever commit like that. You could be one of the few, and I promise you, the version of you that exists on the other side of that kind of focus. You won't just thank me, you'll thank yourself. Final words. This is the part. You'll thank me for later. Here's what I hope hits hardest. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not stuck forever. You've just been distracted, comfortable, waiting. And now, you're not. Now you're awake. Now you've heard what you needed. Now you can start. Don't waste this clarity. Don't let this moment pass you by like all the others. Do something with it. even one small thing, today, because one day, not too far from now, you'll look back and realize that was the day it all changed. And when that day comes, you'll thank me.